My name's Dave DeBoe, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Welcome back, everybody. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever bashed your head against the wall trying to figure out how to make Facebook ads work for doing lead generation, whether you're trying to find motivated sellers or you're trying to build up a list of potential investors, if you're a realtor trying to find customers on social media, if you're a mortgage broker trying to find clients on social media? If you've tried ads and you haven't had much success, you're not alone. I'm in that boat. But our smart guy that's zooming in with us today, Paul Duncan, is good at this kind of stuff. He is not only a real estate entrepreneur, but he's also an online marketer. He's a funnel specialist. He helps people with ads and whatnot. And he's going to help us figure out how best to approach online ads for our real estate investing business. So, Paul, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Welcome. Thanks for having me back.
My pleasure. All right, buddy. So we were talking a little bit off camera about some of the things that you found over the last couple of years. You and I have a mutual friend, Brendan, who's big into the I buy houses kind of thing and finding motivated sellers. And he does a whole bunch of different things, old school and online as well. So anywhere from vehicle signage to bandit signs to flyers to Facebook ads. And you were telling me that there's been some interesting data that you guys have dug up over his experience doing that kind of stuff. Tell me a little bit about that.
For sure. Yeah. So I've been kind of working with Brendan the last 3 or 4 years, just on the back end, helping him like watch the data and like optimize to be the most efficient, right? And so when he started, he was doing a lot of bandit signing, a lot of flyering, and then he was doing a little bit of Facebook ads before. But after going through a bunch of different exercises with him and analyzing nerdy spreadsheets and all that good stuff, what we found
Is
is that
Brendan into that stuff, or are you more the guy that's into that stuff?
no, Brendan is not the spreadsheet guy.
Me neither. So that's why I'm just asking. All right, got it.
Actually, his wife has kind of come into the business as kind of the admin part of it, which I enjoy because Brendan just he's the sales guy, right?
Yeah,
And now
yeah,
his wife is taking over the admin stuff, and she's really good at it. But
good.
yeah, so we look at some of those numbers, and essentially what we found is, so first off, there's something called the ideal client exercise,
Mhm.
and what we do is we go through there's a PDF thing we go through, and we find out where have all the best deals being done in the past. And he writes down all the names of all his motivated sellers from the past maybe year or something. And then what we do is we look at the top 5 or 10 of those top motivated sellers, and we find out all the attributes, like who were they, how old were they, what was the problem, all these different things. And we find out who were the best. And then we go correlate where those people came from. And turns out all of the best deals that Brendan has done over the last few years didn't come from bandit signing. Most of them didn't come from flyering. All of them or most of them came from running Facebook ads and getting people through that way, which was honestly very surprising to me because his ideal client is actually kind of baby boomers, like people who have had their house for 40 years, it's mortgage free, and they're just like, I'm moving into an old folks home because I broke my hip, right?
Wow.
And we were thinking like, oh, those people aren't on social media. I
Wrong.
mean, apparently they are. So
Well, so just to give people a little bit of context, what size of a market are we looking at there? Just because we've got listeners and viewers from the States and Canada and all over the place. So what size of a market are you looking at in Brendan's case?
right. That's a very good point to actually say. So Brandon is investing in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada,
Mhm.
which is just, I think it's around 1 million people right now with the
Yeah.
surrounding area. So that is a good point to make. It is a fairly large population, which is important for Facebook ads. So if you are investing in a smaller town, Facebook ads can be more difficult because the Facebook algorithm needs a large audience to filter through. And I'll be honest, if you're in a town like where I live, 50, 60,000 people, you can run ads for a week or two and the entire town would have seen those ads in a week. So it's like it's kind of tough. So
Yeah, I gotta come up with new creative all the time. Okay,
yeah.
so let's take a look at that. So you're both kind of surprised at who his avatar was, his ideal customer. It wasn't who you kind of thought it would be. You didn't think they'd be on social media. So what kind of messaging have you guys have found that works best for this particular avatar? Older people, free and clear house, just kind of sounds like wanting to get rid of it.
Well, we have this like our standard message, which isn't anything super creative. It's kind of hard without sharing my screen and showing the ad copy, but
Mhm.
it's just the standard thing like, hey, we buy houses fast. If you have these problems, we can give you a no obligation offer, like all the standard stuff.
So kind of like an
Um,
online version of the bandit sign, kind of. Well, not the bandit sign, the flyer, basically.
Exactly. Yeah,
Got it.
that's all we're just saying all those keywords like fast, no obligation, like just offer kind of thing. All the standard words we're just putting in the ads. But the interesting part is just attracting like the people who are clicking on it. You can find the age demographic of who's clicking on the ad. And we're just finding that the people who are entering their information and getting on the phone are the people who are older, who are, like that ideal client. So
Very,
yeah.
very cool. Well, that's interesting. Now, just out of curiosity, what kind of if somebody's thinking about this and they are in a decent sized city or large town, what kind of budget should they be willing to put into advertising for it to make sense?
Yeah, I could tell you the easy answer and then I could tell you the nerdy spreadsheet answer.
I prefer the easy one myself, but then we could go into the next one for sure.
Yeah. So the easy answer is I would say no less than $10 a day. I recommend a minimum of $20 a day or $600 per month. Now that's the easy answer. The nerdy spreadsheet answer is we actually want to look at your numbers, find out what's your cost per acquisition, like how much does it take to acquire a new motivated seller, and then we determine like, well, cool, how many deals do you want per month? Okay, work backwards to find out how much money we need to spend per month. That's kind of there's more. It goes way nerdy in depth than that, but that's kind of the starting point there.
No, well, that makes sense. All right, perfect. Now we're also talking a little bit about, you're helping people find like Brendan find motivated sellers. Um, but you've also worked with realtors trying to find house sellers, house buyers. You've worked with mortgage agents. You've worked with other real estate investors looking to raise capital and create a list that way. Walk us through some of the things that are going on today in mid 2024 in that space.
Yeah, for sure. So like let's just say 5, 6 years ago, when I was just running I guess I'd call it my traditional marketing agency,
Yeah,
I would just run campaigns for realtors, mortgage brokers, investors, and it was easy. We could literally run ads, get people on a call, and do discovery calls and close deals, right? That's changed. And so I went through a whole journey of pivoting my marketing agency. And now essentially what I do now is so I have a different agency called it's like a build and release model where I don't run ads for people anymore, and just say, hey, here's leads, have fun. What we do is we build the entire lead machine and we show them how to use it so that the person we're working with says, Kate, you're fired, I'm out, I know how to run this. And we build the machine to run in their business.
nice.
Now, yeah, now why we're building that entire machine now is because what we found over the last 5 years is trust in the marketplace has been declining. And we're
Mhm.
seeing that on our email click-through rates, like our conversion rates on our landing pages, all these different things. Facebook ad costs have increased. And so essentially what that means is you just need to be a better marketer. So if you're raising capital, if you're a realtor, mortgage broker on that side of things, you need to do more to build trust. So we've developed a whole, there's a lead machine that we've developed to build massive trust. I can go into that if you want, but I don't want to
Well,
go down.
yeah, just to give people an idea of what's required to build up trust, because I've been preaching this forever. In order for somebody to invest anything with you, they need to know you and like you and trust you. So it's not usually instantaneous. So what are you finding these days, Paul?
Right. Okay. So what we used to be able to do, and I'm sure you did this in the past, which was you could run ads to a landing page with what's called a VSL, a video sales letter,
Hmm.
and just kind of like a presentation that pitches your thing on video. And then if people like that, they can enter their information and, go talk to you. You can't do that anymore because those VSLs do not convert. Like they don't convert. People want to get the experience from you first and have a personal interaction with you before they make a decision now. So it's no longer, oh, random person on the internet. Yeah, here's my credit card.
Hmm.
Now they have to have a personal interaction with you. So what we've changed is we don't, send people to a video sales letter anymore, any of that stuff. We actually have two parts of our lead machine. The first part is we just build the list. Okay. So we literally just run ads to a free offer. If it's raising capital, it could be some sort of, lead magnet, as we call it.
Yeah, a PDF,
Something
a
that,
free book,
yeah,
some sort of value. Yeah.
yeah. And then we're getting them on a list. And then what we're doing from there is we've actually started using groups or communities. So you can think perfect example is Facebook groups.
Hmm.
So we actually get people into a Facebook group, and we have a whole nurturing system in the Facebook group to convert them and build that really personal connection and get people on Zoom calls for like, free live stream sessions essentially. So so the mindset around this, where this came from is
Hmm.
I wanted to figure out like, well, see, on the internet, when you're raising capital and things, there's a trust issue. But if you have a brick and mortar store with a big sign and a door and the owner, you can walk in and shake the owner's hand, there's no trust issues there, right?
Hmm.
And so what we were trying to figure out is how do we have that experience online? And that's why we started going down this group path. And so since we've been running it, has been massively like converts way, way more. And we've had really, really good results with that. So
Well, give us an example of what's an example of a kind of client that you've set this up for, and what kind of leads are they generating? What kind of business do they have?
yeah, so a couple businesses. I will say right now we are working on building Julie Hoffman's lead machine following this format.
Hmm.
Hers is in process right now, so I will come back to you when we show you those numbers. But one of our other campaigns, this is funny enough, not in the DJ space, funny enough, but this is a really good example because it's happening this month right now, so it's very recent. We've done this group model for this client right now. And in the last 30 days,
So
we've
sorry, what
taken
what
it.
kind of business is it?
So it's a DJ coaching business. Yeah.
DJ coaching business. So it's a DJ coaching other DJs on how to be more successful DJs. Is that
How to
basically
be
it?
better business owners, like how to
How to
run a
make
real.
more money?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got
So
it.
anyway, so I know this isn't real estate specific, but this
No,
one's
no.
really recent in the last 30 days. So I did want to share it. So we've launched this group method, and in the last 30 days, how we're doing is when we get people in the group, we're getting them on a 30-day free trial and then a $97 a month subscription.
Hmm.
Um, and in the last 30 days, we have taken that from zero, brand new group, no members in it, to 10K a month in monthly reoccurring revenue in 30 days.
Wow.
And the engagement level in the group is the highest I've seen. I'm like extremely surprised at how engaged it is. So,
You know what? I
yeah.
can
And
I
so
can
we're
definitely
following.
see that in a DJ type group because that's very, very specific. It's very, very niche. It's not a generic kind of group. So yeah, that's awesome. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure. So now going back to the real estate part of it,
Yeah.
there's two other people that we're doing this for. So one is Julie Hoffman, and then there's Glenn Sutherland over on the other coast there.
Yeah, I know those guys. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And so we're launching the same method with them as well right now. And yeah, it's just this is how it's just a much easier way to build trust and build that personal connection. Because Julie tried the VSL thing 2 years ago, zero conversions,
Hmm.
right? So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll be very, very interested to see how those things go. That's for sure. That's the challenge with the whole online thing, isn't it, Paul? It's you think you got one thing dialed in and then the rules change on you, or the algorithms change, or
Yeah,
the market
and
changes, and then it's shift and pivot and come up with something new. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
and Facebook gets more and more popular, which means it gets more and more expensive. Back in the day, I used to get leads for $1, and now it's like $10 is cheap now.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Well, this is great, Paul. So if people want to connect with you and find out more and find out about your services, where can they go?
Just my main website is kind of where the hub of everything is. So just paulduncan.ca. There's a bunch of free content on there anyway. So you can go there if you just want to learn more about anything to do with real estate conversions, sales, nurturing, that whole thing. Yeah, just go to my blog page or my info page, and there's a bunch of stuff, free stuff there. So
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much, Paul. Great to have you back on the show.
cool. Yeah, happy to be back on. Thanks a lot.
All right, everybody, take care, and we will talk to you on the next episode. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.